Waha! Persona! Hi, everybody. My name is Sean. I like Persona. I like psychology. You might have heard this before because I tried this earlier today. But this time I think we got it, so we're gonna roll and see how it goes for us. But anyway, Persona's a good game. Let's make sure all them convict get out of the seat. Thank you, dear. All right, we'll keep the dialogue voices on, but we want subtitles. Always want that, in case you can't hear it. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I've been trying to get this started for way too long today, so I'm really hoping this works out. We're just gonna get going. These are let's get my DLC out of the way.
This story is a work of fiction. Similarities between characters or events to persons living or dead in your world are purely coincidental. Only those who have agreed to the above have the privilege of partaking in this game.
Yeah, still gets me. You actually can, if you don't agree, it'll just kick you out at the beginning. And he says, well, you're crazy. Then get out of here. Don't play this game. But we're just going to go forward, because I am sick.
The contract has been sealed.
The pact has been sealed. I am sick of doing all this.
The world is not as it should be. It's filled with distortion, and ruin can no longer be avoided.
I like that ruin's in quotes. What kind of... It's an implied ruin. It's not a real ruin.
Those who oppose fate and desire change. From time to time, they were referred to as tricksters. You are the trickster. Now is the time to rise against the abyss of distortion.
A real ragabash, you know? I'm gonna try and, for the most part, during cutscenes, just kind of keep quiet. I'll let you guys watch them. And hopefully it doesn't lag or catch too much.
He's here. Move in immediately.
Yeah, and we're off.
Good. Now get running.
This is our only chance.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. What was that? Don't worry about us. Just concentrate on getting away.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay calm, and we're actually gonna take a quick second. You guys can look at this guy. Nice clothes. Anyway, so at the beginning here, what it seems like is this is our dungeon. For those that don't play, Persona is usually divvied up into two styles. During the day, you're just an average old happy-go-lucky student doing your part-time job and homework, and at night you explore dungeons. In P3, it was the tower of the school itself. In P4, it was the television world. And we're not quite sure what it is here. We're going to find out. But for right now, we're in a bit of a casino. And right off the bat, there's something that's really interesting and different. And that's these actions. You really weren't...
Showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move.
Yeah, I know that.
Nice work as always, Joker.
I bet Phil wouldn't pull it off that quickly.
This happens because you have no sense for aesthetics.
Nobody asked you, Inari.
And that's one of those things that really wasn't in the previous games, and it's kind of cool. Oh, shit.
Just run, get out of.
And there's also
The enemy's focus is on him.
a fun dash, so you don't even have to press the buttons.
Everyone remember where we're meeting up? No worries, I can get.
And for those that have never played,
Stop right there!
we got some shadows. These are the bad guys in your dungeons.
Take him down, Joker.
Whoa, and Persona, a JRPG, Japanese role-playing game. So a lot of it's going to be based around this. And this menu stuff we'll kind of get into later when it comes up. Right now we're just going to kind of knock through the tutorial.
Persona, you're mine.
Hold on before their backup gets here. Good. You defeated them with ease. More of them? Be careful! Joker, behind you! Go!
Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Alright!
Come on, man.
I'm okay!
The intruder simply can't be found.
Whew. Oh, and then there's a quick camera turn.
You're quick!
Where'd it go, damn it? I can't confirm the intruder's location.
Huh? What?
And here's another interesting, really cool thing I like about the game so far that I've played, is there's a lot more. Not to say that the dungeons themselves were boring, but they were very straightforward. You just did a lot of running around, and there wasn't a whole lot of this. Like this actually kind of has some actions where you can be more stealthy, avoid things, which has the potential to be really fun and interesting. But for right now, it also has the potential to be really drawn out and boring. So I'm kind of thinking that we'll see as we go. Right now, I like it, you know, because I'm just jumping, jamping, frimping, framping.
Alright!
All right, let's go. Ha ha ha! Take that, Sony and Atlas.
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
Yeah, they don't want you guys to see these cutscenes.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor is completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there. There's nowhere to run.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's the left and the right. And did he really need to do that?
See ya.
Yeah, he did. More impressive.
Huh, what a show off. You're so reckless, you know that? Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
Shit.
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him!
So apparently they need the whole force of the country to stop a child. I guess it's tough, but I mean, he's gonna get out of here, no problem. You know. Except for, oh, shit. Police with guns. Down into the mosh pit he goes.
Suspect secure!
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it.
Gotta get your headshots. Yeah, what I was saying by that is the typical way of streaming, just going straight from the PlayStation, has been denied. So it's pretty hard.
Guess the drug was too strong.
Yeah.
Wake him up.
Something tells me that these might not be super legit cops.
No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Now, everyone knows. Everyone knows. When the guy's mad, just, you know, ellipses.
Hear my question? Answer! Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works.
Woo!
To think that all
I'm
those
a
crimes
champ.
are led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it.
I don't think I do. I don't think I look like that. Yeah, might be hazy, because you kicked me in the stomach. Alright, guys, we're going to play this on normal. Because, I don't know, I'm a normal guy.
You should know your place.
So he's going to try and get me to sign a confession.
Sign here. It's a confession under your name.
Obviously, no.
I see. I need your hand to sign this, but
Hey!
I don't care if you end up losing a leg.
This is, you know, I don't want to go to jail if this is what it's like in Japan. Japan, you're not encouraging me to come to your country.
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Now, and this is your name input. I'm actually going to take a second here, and you guys can just listen to this nice music. Check out our boy here as he really tries hard to remember what his name is. The reason why I wanted to do this was Persona 5. Persona is a huge game series that I really love. Got me into a lot of psychology because tons of it are heavily rooted in both tarot and psychological concepts. Most of it tends to be drawn from the works of Carl Jung. He was a neo-analytical writer and theorizer of psychology stuff. And that's kind of mostly what I'm going to be drawing from when I kind of explain or talk about things, specifically his book, or, you know, A Man and His Symbols. And in general, there's a lot to unpack here. But for right now, we're gonna get our name. And you know what? As a bit of an homage, you know, we're gonna be a 60-year-old, psychiatrist. I forgot how to spell things. There we go. Yep, that's my name! Parents had no sense of humor.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the public prosecutor's office.
Oh, wait.
Prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor sign Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long.
Yeah, we put too many drugs in him. He's probably gonna die.
It's for your own sake.
Mostly his, but you know.
His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
Yeah, I mean, how much more heroin do I have to put into him?
I understand. I didn't expect it'd be you. You'll be answering my questions this time.
Ooh, we've entered into a situation of in medias res. For those of you that don't know, it's a storytelling technique, in which case you dump the reader, viewer, whatever, immediately into the action. And your hope is to get them hooked, so then when you take it on back to the beginning, they're already invested somewhat. I have a feeling that's what's happening here. I have that feeling because I played this part already.
Those bastards.
No, it's cool. I love heroin.
Can you hear me? It seems you've been through a lot. Almost anything can happen here. And I can't stop them. That's why I need you to answer me honestly. I don't have much time either.
Yeah.
What was your objective? Why did you cause such a major incident?
Whoa,
I didn't think it was a prank from the get-go, but I couldn't assemble a case for prosecution.
whoa, let's slow down here, alright? One question at a time.
Because I couldn't figure out the method behind it.
Okay, of course you can't, but you know. But what do you want to know, you know? I'm a secretive kid.
This isn't an issue of whether or not it can be used in court. I need to know. This is my case, after all.
So that's not how, I don't think that's how
It seems you're
cases
coherent.
work.
When and where did you find out about that world? How is it even possible to steal another's heart?
Now, that world, which he's probably referring to, is what has been known as, like, the palaces, the dream worlds, the whatever. In 3 was the tower, the school, as I explained, the TV world in 4. There is separation between reality and there is another world. We'll learn more about what that is a bit later, but for right now, that's where we're sitting.
Now, tell me your account of everything. Start from the very beginning.
Well, I was born a young Swedish lad. Grown up in 1872, I believe, and, oh. Oh. And the reason this is nice is, for those that don't know, the song we're listening to now is Aria of the Soul. Aria of the Soul is the theme of the Velvet Room. The Velvet Room being kind of your entry point as the main character into diving into the world of the subconscious and the unknown. So it's very relaxing. It's nice to know because it's almost always a feeling of security, or at least safety with self.
A prisoner of fate to a future that has been sealed in advance. This is truly an unjust game. Your chances of winning are almost none. But if my voice is reaching you, there may yet be a possibility open to you. I beg you, please overcome this game and save the world. The key to victory lies within the memories of your bonds. The truth that you and your friends grasped. It all began that day, when the game was started half a year ago. For the sake of your world's future, as well as your own, you must remember.
I don't know, it might be hard with all this heroin in me. Yeah, we can save. So we're gonna... Here we go. This is where we're gonna save. The Adventures of Carl Jung. Begin today.
Thank you for riding with us today. We will be arriving in Shibuya shortly. This is the last stop for this line. Please transfer here for all subway lines. The doors to your left will open.
So we're going to a flashback of a flashback. It's real deep stuff. And one swing. Yeah.
Damn brat! I'll sue!
Isn't that always the case?
What? Are you for real? A mental shutdown? It's the truth. To a person, though? It's gotta be a joke. You really love all that occult stuff, don't you?
Oh yeah. High school girls and their occult. Now, what we're seeing here is that this app, for those that have played the Persona, seems to be the TV, you know, or just the nighttime in P3. This seems to be the gateway into the collective unconscious. For those that haven't played Persona, don't worry about it. You'll learn about it later. And get rid of that. Woo! It's a fun time all around. Subway, man. Hints. No matter what. We are heading up. And now that we actually have some time, yeah, I mean, I can kind of go into it. I mean, for an example, I'm going to stand here for a little bit once we get through this little speech here. Starting today, Sojiro Sakura will be taking care of me. His house should be in the back streets of this residential area. And we're gonna let, you know, our little buddy stand here for a quick second. I'll let you guys look at his cute-ass uniform. I've played already a little bit of this to kind of get ahead of myself, so I know where we're going and where things are headed. Once we'll get to a certain point where I don't think, well, I won't have played past. Right now we are. So I kind of know where we're going. A lot of this is still tutorials, and there's a lot to. It seems like there's a lot to see. There really isn't. A lot of this stuff is closed down, shut off, until they open it up to you. It really is kind of just trying to keep you straight, on the straight and narrow, but showing you that there will be lots of options that open up to you later. Jumping back again, I'll just kind of introduce right now with Persona. It seems weird, you know, right now, how steeped in the works of Carl Jung it is. But I mean, for an example, the term Persona, which the series has taken, Shin Megami Tensei, which was the original series, SMT, and then its Persona was a spin-off. But the persona that they use refers to Carl Jung's concept of the persona. You could think of the persona as something like, Freud used the id, the ego, and the superego. I believe he used the ego as what we showed other people. And the persona is, in Carl Jung's terms, the mask or the self with which we show the world. It's not only how we want to be seen by other people, but how we want to act and how we want to influence the world. It really is a very constructed piece. And a lot of these games tend to deal with the constructed persona and then all of the actual real pieces. So Freud did lay down a lot of the groundwork with this, with just the basic concept of the id, the ego, and the superego. The id is your primal instincts, the baser nature of who you are. The ego, if I remember correctly, it might be the superego. Someone will correct me, obviously. I'll just say the superego is what society sees, what we show the world, what we want other people to see. Essentially the persona in Carl Jung's terms. And the ego, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. The ego is who we tell ourselves to be. It's kind of a denial between the id and the superego, somewhere in the middle where we are trying to convince ourselves. And the persona sits somewhere in between the ego and the superego, in that it's entirely a constructed idea of self. And we'll kind of explore more of this as we go forward. But until then, let's go see my buddy Sakura. I'm not going to talk to the cop, because fuck cops. I kind of know where I'm going. You know, I'm not going to listen to those people. I'm going to go this way, because this is the house of my buddy. The nameplate here says Sakura. It looks like this might be Sojiro Sakura's house. Is it the weather, really? Even after ringing the doorbell, it doesn't look like anyone will answer the door. Maybe he's gone out. Looks like no one's home. Fuck you. So we learn here that Sakura's got a cafe. LeBlanc's in the back alley. So we're just gonna head that way. In my plaid pants. Once again, thankfully, I actually have a good idea of where I'm heading. And here we go. Cafe LeBlanc. It looks like this place is LeBlanc. I'll stay out here. No, I gotta go inside. I gotta check this guy out. Make sure he's cool if he's gonna be taking care of me.
A public transit bus was driven down an opposing lane with its customers still in it.
Ooh.
The citizens can't live in peace if this keeps up.
Oh, how frightening.
What could be going on? Didn't something similar happen just the other day?
Vertical is the name of a shellfish used for farming pearls.
Oh, right. They did say that was today.
We'll be going now. The payment's on the table.
It seems like you have a lot of shit to deal with.
Thanks for coming.
This place is in the back alley, so there's no worries of a car crashing in here.
I mean, really? Do you even have customers?
A what now?
There's been a string of those rampage accidents, you know. I just hope that none happen around here.
Is that a threat?
None of my concern.
Well, see you next time.
4 hours for just a single cup of joe. So, you're the guy.
Yep, that's me. I'm Carl. Please take care of me.
Uh-huh. I'm Sojiro Sakura. You'll be in my custody over the next year.
That's, intimidating.
I was wondering what kind of unruly kid would show up. But you're the one, huh? Have you been told? A customer of mine and your parents know each other, and,
Yeah, this is how it always started when I was a kid.
well, not that that matters. Follow me.
That's how it goes too. And then we go to the supply closet, right?
This is your room. I'll at least give you sheets for your bed. You look like you want to say something.
Yeah, I mean, both of these are factual. But, I mean, let's get on... let's state the facts here. No nonsense.
It's on you to clean up the rest. I'll be leaving after I lock up each day. You'll be alone at night, but don't do anything stupid. I'll throw you out if you cause any trouble. Now then, I got the gist of your situation. You protected some woman from a man forcing himself on her. He got injured, then sued you, right?
Just the way the courts
That's what
work.
you get for sticking your nose in a matter between two adults. You did injure him, yeah? And now that you've got a criminal record, you were expelled from your high school. The courts ordered you to transfer and move out here, which your parents also approved. In other words, they got rid of you for being a pain in the ass.
Yep, that's the exposition. That's who I am. Exposition man.
It's best you not talk about anything unnecessary. I am in the restaurant business, you know. Behave yourself for the year. If nothing happens, your probation will be lifted.
What is this probation?
Really now? It's the word that applies to you.
I'm pretty sure pussy magnet is the word that applies to me, good sir.
Your sentence lasts until next spring, right? That's why you're gonna be here for the coming year. Cause any problems and you'll be sent straight to juvie. We'll be going to Shujin tomorrow. Shujin Academy, the school you'll be attending. We'll introduce ourselves properly to the staff there. There's rarely a place that'll accept someone like you, you know? What a waste of my Sunday. Your luggage arrived earlier. I left them over there.
In that box? That's my luggage. Okay, good. I mean, you really endear yourself, Sakura. See ya. I'll be living here starting today. I should check out what's in here. Let's check out this box. It's the cardboard box sent from back home. Yeah, man. Okay, he wasn't lying. My parents really hate me. This thing, look at it. It's just beat up. It's full of clothes and daily necessities. I'll change into more comfortable clothes for now. And now I'm pretty styling, you know? Got my t-shirt, my jeans. You know, I know how to rock it. So... sofa is covered in dust. One of the things that I kind of picked up so far, that from what I've played so far, is that, yeah, your character is essentially a, you know, he's got a criminal record because you saw the flashback. He defended himself. We're not really given the full story as to what happened, but he defended himself and ended up in this situation where whoever it was that he pushed must have ended up actually, like, being able to pull some strings and kind of get you busted. Because honestly, even without him pulling strings, it was a woman, this adult man, and you, a kid. You'll later find out a second year in high school. So, even if, I can guarantee you, she didn't say shit. She didn't come to that trial and said nothing. So it was all on his word versus your word, which not usually work. It doesn't usually work out when you're a kid. But one of the things, like, being expelled from high school that I've picked up so far is that it seems really overblown, and we'll see it as we kind of continue further into the game, and you hear people talk to you and the way they talk about you, and it seems really overblown. A lot of it really is super real in the way that people will kind of talk behind your back and think about you. And it's really interesting to me, because you're really given a blank slate in both the other games, whereas here, you're pretty much thrust into just being a total shit. Everyone just assumes you are the worst. And it's kind of interesting because I think it has I think it does a great deal with, you know, your own subconscious, which the Velvet Room, which we will get to a lot of the times. I've theorized, I have a belief that the Velvet Room tends to be a manifestation of the main character's subconscious. In the first game, it was an elevator. the character, your main character had this concept that he was always, he was moving up and down, but he was kind of moving. He had a realm in which he was able to maneuver. In Persona 4, our main character, or just you, it was the back of a limousine. In that his concept was he was free. He was free to travel in any direction. He was in a constant forward momentum. As we'll find out here, the Velvet Room for our main character, for Carl Jung here, is a prison. And I think that says a lot about, not so much about how he views himself normally, but how he's come to view himself because of how everyone else around him is talking to him. And it's really interesting, I think, to see how our subconscious thoughts of ourselves can be shaped by the people in the world around us. But enough of that. Let's get to cleaning. So I'll do some dusting. Get me a mop. Do-do-do-do. And a box. I guess I could have probably been talking about all that Velvet Room stuff while he was cleaning. I mean, what am I doing? Certainly not cleaning. Am I right, guys? It's late. It seems like I've been cleaning for a while.
Seriously?
What the heck? I heard you making all sorts of noise up here, but I didn't think you were cleaning. Yeah, it's good. Actually, the police, it doesn't look so bad. I'm gonna have to kick you out of here. It's only natural. I mean, you gotta keep my room clean for me. Now get to bed, you little shit. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go drink.
I'm gonna head back then.
All right, see you. All right, guys. So, pro tip: sleeping in your bed will move you forward one day. If I know me, sleeping in my bed can move me forward like a whole week. Am I right, ladies? How to advance time. If you ever didn't know, that's actually not how you do it. So, we're just gonna kind of go to bed. Starting today, this is my room. Well, let's go to sleep. Criminal record.
Damn brat! I'll sue!
So now here we're actually kind of gonna... Still, I couldn't just let that go. And here we're actually gonna get some more, like, insight. We're gonna see a bit more of what happened. I had to go home early. We're just in hometown neighborhood. Hometown Japan. Oh. No, let's just stroll. I can hear a man and a woman arguing in the distance. I think they're just up ahead.
How dare you cross me?
Stop it! Let me go!
Man, this sounds like a supervillain. How dare you crossed the wrong path. You've crossed Rape Man. But let's go put a stop to this.
No!
Don't give me that shit.
It looks like that drunk man is bothering that woman.
Ow! Please stop!
She's in danger. I can't ignore this. Literally, I can't. I mean, I already see it.
What a waste of time. You think you're worth causing me trouble? Huh?
I'll call the police!
Call them if you want. The police are my bitches. They're not gonna take you seriously.
Isn't that all of our dreams, you know?
No!
I mean, the police being our bitches, not... Alright, that kind of fell flat.
Someone called the cops, huh?
Well, yeah, she said she would.
Get in the car. Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths. and follow where I steer this country.
He's gonna make Japan great again.
What are you looking at? Get out of my face.
Well, I'm not really.
This ain't a show. You're lost, kid.
Okay.
See? This is all because you're so damn slow.
Now, is that to her or me?
Get in the car.
Wait, you want me to get in the car? I mean, okay. And our phone goes. So here, actually, I'll just take this time a little bit to kind of start to explain as we move forward. You know, there were different ways to get into the other worlds in the other games. Man, I thought I deleted it. In Persona 4, you entered into the subconscious via the television. You went through a television. My eyelids are starting to get heavy. And in 3, it was just at night. I mean, this is pretty standard for the games, is that when you reach the end of the day, you schedule your day out. It's combination dungeon crawl, wacky life simulator. And here we're going to see what I was talking about. This is the Velvet Room, but they will explain that in a bit.
Trickster, welcome to my Velvet Room.
Oh, and it's really sad. The original voice actor who did Igor, that's Igor. I believe he died. But
you in reality is currently fast asleep. You are only experiencing this as a dream. You're in the presence of our master. Stand up straight.
Yes.
Welcome. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. I am Igor, the master of this place. Remember it well. I summoned you to speak of important matters. It involves your life as well.
Now, the interesting thing, so Igor has always been the attendant, or the one who runs the Velvet Room. Now, what that means and who he is kind of up for interpretation. And then there have always been the valets of the Velvet Room, which are the ones in blue. In Persona 5, we have these two young girls. In Persona 4, it was an older woman, Margaret, and in Persona 3, it was dependent on if you chose to be a boy or a girl. What we've always found is that the attendant, the valet of the Velvet Room, is almost always the opposite gender of you. This is possibly a good reference and helps to kind of explain that the Velvet Room is our subconscious, and the valet represents either the anima or the animus within ourselves. I'll find a different time to be able to explain it more when we actually get into more of a Velvet Room discussion, but in this case, just to get the basic gist, is the anima and the animus is the male and female aspects within a woman or a man, respectively. And so the valet is potentially a representation of another half of you, another side of you. How this relates to these two twins, though, not quite sure at this moment. This has just been how it's been interpreted to me beforehand. But this is what I was saying before too. The Velvet Room seems to be
The state of this room reflects the state of your own heart.
They use heart.
To think a prison would appear as such. You truly are a prisoner of fate. In the near future, there is no mistake that ruin awaits you.
Oh, ruin? I don't like that.
I speak of the end to everything. However, there is a means to oppose such a fate.
I think that might be more than just ruin.
Rehabilitated toward freedom. That is your only means to avoid ruin. Do you have the resolve to challenge the distortion of the world?
Now, what I think here again we're talking about is the rehabilitation towards freedom, and the Velvet Room is representative of his subconscious mind, of how he thinks. Like I said, between reality and dream, between physical, mental, and that our subconscious seems to be that. It seems to be this thing that's more ethereal and not quite able to be tapped into, And our main character, Carl Jung here, seems to be kind of trapped, or at least feeling caged. And notice that they don't say rehabilitation towards society or anything, but rehabilitation towards freedom, implying that he might be kind of trapped or have put himself because of the way that the world around him has pushed on him. But, to get back to it, I'd rather avoid ruin, sir.
Allow me to observe the path of your rehabilitation. Pardon me for not introducing the others. To your right is Caroline. To your left, Justine. They serve as wardens here.
Ha! Try and struggle as hard as you like. The duty of wardens is to protect inmates. We are also your collaborators. That is, if you remain obedient.
I shall explain the roles of these two at another occasion. Now then, it seems the night is waning. It is almost time. Take your time to slowly come to understand this place. We will surely meet again, eventually.
Time's up. Now hurry up and go back to sleep.
Yes, ma'am. She's a champ. I love this. I love this as the day changes. It's really nice. I had a strange dream. Ruin? Rehabilitation? What does it mean?
Hey.
Get up. Look at my hat. Look at my giant hat. It's cool. Oh, it cost me money, but this hat is gonna get me far, all right? Let's get to the school.
Jeez.
And they're gonna check out my hat. And this is usually how the games go, is that during the course of the day you progress through time. It's morning, afternoon, daytime.
Do me a favor and behave yourself, all right?
Oh, don't worry, he's gonna talk.
Don't get me wrong. I don't care what happens to you. Just don't cause me any trouble.
To reiterate, just so we're clear, you will immediately be expelled if you cause any problems.
Yes, Kingpin.
Honestly, I hesitated on accepting someone like you. But there were some circumstances on our side.
I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, is that Kingpin, or is that more Lex Luthor? I mean, like Lex Luthor who, let himself go.
You might have done a variety of things in hiding in your hometown, but you will behave yourself here. If you are thrown out from our school, there will be no place for you to go. Keep that in mind.
Well, I mean, there's the streets.
This is the teacher in charge of your class.
I'm Sadayo Kawakami. Here's your student ID.
All business. I like that.
Be sure to read the school rules. Any violations will send you straight to the guidance office. And if by chance you cause any problems, I won't be able to protect you at all. That is your promise, yes, Principal Kobayakawa?
The promise is that she doesn't have to do shit.
Mm-hmm. He is responsible for all his actions.
But really, though, why me? There should have been better candidates.
It was a sudden transfer, and your class was the only one that had an opening.
Can we maybe, like...
If you're done explaining things, mind if we get going?
Thanks, Sakura. Yeah, like, you know, do we have to watch you bicker?
Store to get back to.
About how you don't want me?
Sakura-san, please keep a close eye on him. Don't let him cause any trouble outside.
Well, I'll be sure to have a serious talk about the situation he's in.
Come to the faculty office when you arrive at school tomorrow. I'll show you to your classroom.
Yeah. So now, like, once again, what he's doing here really is very true. It really is one of those, especially as a kid, surprisingly, just that it tarnishes everything. And obviously, people with a criminal record, it's one of those things that, yeah, you know, you are a criminal, and it's one of those things that that does follow you, and people will look at you differently. But especially as a kid, especially as a high school kid and being young, it almost becomes just comically over-exaggerated about how poorly those around you will look at you, talk to you, and think about you. Even teachers, which you would hope would be the kind that would be like, ah, we're here to help them out. But it's sad, but you know, true. So, you know, I think I'll scrape by. I didn't listen to what I was replying to. Oh yeah, all right. School is not a good place. Hey. Let's get out of here. Where'd my hat go?
What a troublesome situation.
I can't believe they pushed someone with a record on me. A male teacher would be better suited for this.
Why in the world was someone like that admitted here?
Who knows? It was the principal's decision. I was told that it's for the school's reputation.
I would have thought that my volleyball team has contributed more than enough to cover that.
Sports ball.
That's certainly true.
Be careful, okay? Then again, if anything were to happen, I'd kick out a student like that right away.
Kick him right in his butt.
Well, I keep wishing that he'd just end up not coming to school.
Well, thanks for that vote of confidence.
Still, that isn't something I should be saying as a teacher.
No, it's not.
Well, I should be returning to practice.
Oh, right. The tournament's coming up, isn't it?
Having such high expectations placed on you by others is quite a problem in itself. We'll have to work hard to make up for the track team, too.
Yes, that's true.
Man, just the world is heavy on you, isn't it, lady?
Why'd it have to be my class?
Yep, I mean, just everything's shitting all over you.
Traffic's not moving at all.
Hey, your hat's back.
The train starting tomorrow.
And man, this car.
So, how was it? The school, I mean.
Stylish as shit. Hey, it'll be tough, man.
You brought it on yourself, though. Still, you were expelled once already. To think you'd re-enroll at a different one. It's not like anyone will be sympathetic with you. If that's what it was like at school, people might say stuff about me in the future, too.
And so far, Sakura has been like, you notice that he's just been kind of an outright dick. But he's never actually been anything other than just trying to be honest.
What a troublesome kid I'm taking in.
You know, he said these things, but he says it to you. Now let's ask him.
I was asked to do it, and I just happened to agree to it. I've already been paid for it too, after all.
Yeah. A subway has derailed at Shibuya Station, greatly affecting the timetable all across the...
Another accident? So that's why it's so crowded. There's been a lot of those lately.
The inbound train will soon be arriving at platform number 1.
Alright. Waiting for trains, man. Holy shoot! Everything's fine. Please. Please stand back from the sliding doors. Please stand back from the sliding doors.
Police, the engineer's life was not in danger despite his injuries. After questioning, even he could not explain his high speed when approaching the station. No further comments were made. Police are still looking for a plausible motive.
It's less of an operating accident and more of a crime of the company and the government. Site inspectors apparently reported all of this 6 months ago. The deterioration of the tracks and the ATC. Seems a railway company and the Ministry of Transport both turned a blind eye to the truth. There's no way they can hide. This will go all the way to the top.
Now on to our main story. With this derailment accident, as well as other recent incidents of unknown motive, concern is spreading among the general public. Just what could be causing such a drastic change so suddenly in these people? SNN has
Probably all the heroin the police are giving people.
Correct? Oh well. Are you free? You and I haven't gone for a drink in a while.
Thank you, sir. But I have another meeting to attend.
It's
I
a
must be going.
go fuck yourself meeting.
I was ready to go for this meeting, and that's when this extremely fast train just came crashing in. Oh man, I thought I was gonna die.
A noisy subway platform filled with people was suddenly...
Did you ask for me? Is it a case?
Not quite. I want your opinion on something.
Sure. Your judgment is quite often correct, though. Can we discuss this over sushi, perhaps? You are making a student work late, after all.
Conveyor belt only.
Aww.
Yeah, man. For those that don't know, sushi shops, conveyor belt, you don't get to pick and choose what you want. It's just whatever is made that day. Anything? Traffic. Open. I wasn't able to get. There's a whole lot of stuff I could have done. Just get upstairs.
Talk about a gruesome accident. 80 people were involved. It's a diary. Make sure you write in it. You may be under probation, but there's no special limitations on what you do in particular.
Yeah!
Besides following the law, that is.
Oh.
However, I'm obligated to report on you. Hey, what's up? I'm about to leave right now. Don't worry, I'll be there in no time. Huh? I'll see you soon. Well, I'm off. I'll lock the place up. So do whatever you want for the rest of the night. Oh, but don't mess up my store. If something goes missing, I'll hand you right over to the cops.
Oh.
You got school tomorrow. You better head off to bed, all right?
Oh, yeah, probably a good point. I do want to leave a good impression. I should do as I'm told for now. And this diary, guys, is our save mechanism. The excuse, the video gaming excuse for saving a game. So we're gonna save. And with that, at least for right now, guys, I'm probably gonna call it a little bit. I gotta get some dinner. But then I will probably be back. So yeah, you know, if you check this out, leave me a comment, let me know. What do you think? Kingpin, Lex Luthor on the Principal. And is there anybody worth knowing in this city? So far, I don't think so. Alright. Bye.